Shit.
Hello everyone, I am Demonic Taco, bringing you a guide on Tracer. Tracer has a deep and rewarding playstyle that requires a lot of effort to learn and requires a certain mindset that is unique to other heroes. She has quickly become my hero of choice, and without further ado, let's dive into an overview of the hero. Tracer has a very shallow health pool. At 150 health, she will die to most guns and abilities in 1 to 2 hits. Her guns are great. Pulse pistols, 40 round clips at 6 damage a shot, totaling at 240 damage. That's a lot of damage very quickly, as she empties her clip within a second. The problem is that she has a very wide spread with them, and you have to be at close range, requiring you to circle around enemies so that you don't die, which makes it hard to aim. So you will most likely be emptying 2 to 3 clips into most heroes. Her abilities: Blink, you start with 3 charges at 3-second cooldowns. Recall recalls you to the position you were at 3 seconds ago. You recover the health you had at the time, and Pulse Bomb, your ultimate, is 400 damage flat. Now that I've gone over the hero, let's get into the details. These 4 points will help improve your game dramatically. 1. Map awareness. 2. Reading opponents. 3. Ability discretion. And 4. Game sense. Let's go ahead and go over the first point, map awareness. Know your maps. This is the first fundamental step in mastering any hero. Learn the layout, know the locations of health packs, and common enemy placements. There will be places that enemies tend to gather or certain heroes tend to go. Torbjorn and Bastion have typical spots they like to set up. Symmetra likes to set up turrets at typical locations, inside buildings, around points, around the convoy, in certain passageways. She has typical spots she likes to set them up, right outside of doorways, etc. Be aware of those and observe where those enemies go. Reaper and McCree have sneaky places that they like to use their ults from. Watch the kill cams, that's very important. Don't rage and just hit escape or whatever and skip the kill cams. Watch them, because it shows where they tend to go. And after many games, you will see that many enemies tend to go to those same places. Keep that in the back of your mind, and that will make you much better. In these next few clips, I'll be going over reading opponents. I'll show you the clips first, then go over them. For the first clip, Hanzo can only fire so quickly, and generally they like to power up their bow a little bit. Armed with that information, I can safely read how fast he's going to shoot. Hanzos can give Tracers problems only if they don't move correctly. Blink or change directions like I did, and you will find Hanzo's much easier. McCree is a little more difficult. Thankfully, his flashbang combo is easily telegraphed. The idea when fighting a McCree is getting close enough that you're doing damage, but far enough away that you blink away from the flashbang and avoid the combo. In the Pharah fight, I tried to stay close. Many Pharaohs panic when a Tracer gets in their face. Get close to them, also jump on them after they've used their jetpack. You want to get close, because usually Pharaohs try to avoid taking damage from their own rockets. The next point is ability discretion. This is vital for longevity in the battlefield. Ration your blinks, recall, and to a lesser extent your pulse bomb. Blinks, you should always have 1 to 2 on your person at all times. It's very important. A tracer without a blink is a dead tracer.
I literally got
150
killed before I
HP is
even finished my
nothing
charge.
to play around with. The reason why you have 150 HP is because of blink and recall. If you waste them, if you use them
They've got turrets up, so watch
irresponsibly,
out.
you will die. Absolutely will die. Pulse Bomb, on the other hand, is a little bit more spammable. As a tracer, you should always be either flanking or somehow facing the enemy. Most enemies cannot kill you instantly at range. Even though you won't be able to kill somebody most often at a medium range, you should still be shooting your guns at them. That charges your ultimate,
like a bunch of turrets.
and your ultimate charges very quickly either way. So always be using your pulse bomb. Use it on even on a turret. Turrets can be rebuilt instantly, but sometimes that might be just what your team needed in order to push the point or push the objective. So use your pulse bomb religiously. Don't hold on to it the entire match. In a single match, if you're constantly dealing damage, you should be able to get 4 or 5, maybe even more pulse bombs. You can use them a lot. Don't be afraid to use them. Alright guys, and the last part of my little guide here is just some little extra tips and some matchups. First one is use your melee. Melee has a huge range in this game. Use it a lot to finish up opponents. At least I do. I use it constantly. Often you will find that you're trying to burst somebody down and they have like a sliver of health left. Melee them. You'll be surprised at the range that you'll have and how much damage that they'll take. Now some matchup tips versus a Reaper.
Got out of the way of it.
Stay away from him. As when I have played a Reaper, I found that tracers just get up in my face and try to burst me down. It's not going to happen. A Reaper has 250 HP. The most that a tracer can do, headshots not included, is 240 damage. That's it. And that's if you land every shot, which is very, very unlikely just because of the huge spread that you have. So stay away from him, pick him off. You don't even really need to pick him off. Just constantly be shooting him at medium range. He'll either get annoyed and try to rush you or back off and try to find some health. That's fine. Use him to farm your ultimate. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to, don't feel obligated to kill somebody. If you get good damage on somebody, fine. You got ultimate charge. Next one is versus a Tracer. This is my favorite matchup in the entire game. Tracer versus Tracer is very fun. Essentially, you want to be the last person to use your recall. Recall is hugely important in this fight. The last one to use it wins. That's your trump card against another Tracer. Good luck trying to stick her with your ultimate. It's just going to be pure gunplay. Outperform her with your blinks. Make sure to take inventory of your blinks. Use them, like I said earlier, sparingly.
I just got wrecked by like 5
Alright,
people.
and use your recall at the last second. Because the person who uses it first, that's their instant heal. Right? As soon as they use that, it's gone. Now you can just burst them down and follow them around. Farah, her rockets can be timed. She's limited by her firing speed. It's very noticeable. You know how often those rockets are going to be fired. Alright, so take that and just keep that rhythm in your head, and you should be able to deal with her. She flies up into the air, run away. Nobody says you gotta kill her. Versus a Roadhog. Roadhog used to give me a lot of problems until I just started waiting until he uses his hook on another one of my teammates. Staying away from him, going after somebody else. Wait until you just listen and hear his hook. Once you hear it go off, you can go in and deal a whole bunch of damage to him. Probably won't kill him because he has 600 health. Very difficult to kill, but again, ult charge, etc. You're putting damage on him. It's always good. It's never a bad thing. Next up, versus a Genji. Genji can sometimes be difficult. Never really was that difficult for me, but just move erratically, force the reflect. Once he uses his reflect, he has, I think, 8 seconds, and before he can use it again, and he's probably just gonna wall climb away from you. That's fine, just let him go. Next is Junkrat, and this is currently the person that gives me the most problems, just because he makes your playing field, the ground, all sorts of hectic and very difficult for you to navigate. And sometimes you can blink on top of a grenade, sometimes they're firing it in really stupid patterns, and yeah, but just try to don't get too close to where he can just hit you with some lucky traps and or grenades. Just try to stay at a medium like distance. You take a grenade hit to the face, back up, get health, and that's pretty much it. That's it for my guide. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. If you liked it, just leave a comment. If you hated it, just I don't know, leave a comment too. Tell me what I could do better. Anyway, more Tracer gameplay to come. I'm gonna start posting more stuff here more frequently, and have a fantastic day. Later.